This shit ain't nothing to me, you stupid piece of shit.
You did introduce me, so everybody's going to think that I'm Ummer Singh.
No, we're restarting.
No,
we're
yeah,
restarting.
for real.
We're restarting. Okay.
No, I think that's a perfect jump-off point. If you didn't introduce me, now everyone's going to think I'm Ummer
Yeah,
Singh.
we won't mention that I got mad, and we're not going to talk about Thanksgiving, and me and my family have a great relationship, and everything's fine. I slept well last night.
Yeah,
No, it's perfect.
everyone wonders what we talked about before that started, and it was just Darcy telling a really sweet story about his Thanksgiving.
Yeah, anyways,
Anyways-
how Ummer Singh's voice is so Eastern Canadian now. It's really cool.
Welcome to Content Farm, everybody. Ummer Singh underwent some horrifying surgeries to lose all his body fat and a little bit of his hair.
And weirdly, now he's also a white guy. Ummer went in there and said, "Call me Sammy Samosa."
He always there you go.
There
Come
we
on.
go.
Okay.
Come on,
In our Rat Pack, that's definitely what his name would be.
Sammy
I'm
Samosa.
Sammy Samosa. I'll do whatever I gotta do.
He always does your guys' fake sponsor. You're not
I
gonna have a
know.
fake
It sucks,
sponsor.
dude.
That bit is really hard to riff out of.
I mean,
I've watched.
Every time he does
I watched.
it, he'll dump something new in our laps, and Sean and I are like, oh boy.
It's like right at the start too. So if this ever does blow up, they'll all be demonetized.
Immediately.
like immediately.
Yeah, immediately.
Such a huge reason why I stopped posting things on YouTube.
We're
Right.
we're
Because I'm
sometimes
like, I don't need this to come up and have them be like, "Oh, we're taking your channel down. You keep talking about sponsoring stuff by pedophilia."
Yeah.
every time.
You know,
Funny bit though. He seems really into
it
it.
is very
We
funny, and
haven't
I
even
like
introduced you yet. So, fresh start. Episode starting now.
Now,
Welcome to Content Farm, everybody. Our special guest today, longtime listener, first-time guest.
Yeah,
Been
true.
a fan since the Goblin riff. Guys,
Yes.
it's
Classic.
Sonic FM's Alex Carr, everybody.
Fired from Sonic about a year ago now, so not Sonic FM.
No.
But
You might see him serving food at Comedy After Dark. It's
I-
Alex Carr, everybody.
I feel like we're gonna pick a scab on Alex now, and then 10 minutes from now, he's gonna be like, "Restart this fucking episode."
no,
I'm not gonna go off on my old workplace.
Getting fired from radio is just part of the game.
Yeah.
I was just doing those shows on the East Coast, and they kept introducing me as, you can hear him on the radio all across the country, and it's just like, you can't. No, you can't.
It's very fun to sit there and go, you could.
You
Could at one point.
I guess if I were to call into someone else's show,
You could.
you probably could.
No longer. Now I got to work pretty hard to get heard anywhere.
Yeah, very true.
So you're out of radio? You're out of the game?
No. I work for CFox now. I do their weekend show,
Nice.
and I do the fill-in, so I'll have to do their morning show and drive show.
Let's keep it pretty clean. Hey, CFox that's a reputable establishment. I respect
Yeah.
CFox.
Don't worry about.
That's
don't
where the
worry.
Rock lives.
Don't worry. I am only responsible for me. So
Perfect.
Whatever you guys say, I'll just
What's
go.
today's sponsor then?
Today's sponsor?
The Peak.
You know what? Me and,
That's a local radio station to people who don't know.
yeah.
The Peak FM.
The Peak.
Me and Darcy always joke about how on true crime, like YouTube videos or even in true crime podcasts, they segue in to their sponsors through the darkest thing. So they'll be like, the body was completely unrecognizable. The head had been severed and the hands were cut off, and they couldn't get any information on the victim. And if you're worried about your information, make sure that you get to NordVPN. And they literally shamelessly go into these sponsors.
And they go, the victim's body was completely unrecognizable to their family. And I felt unrecognizable until I went to BetterHelp.
Yeah.
And now I feel a lot
now-
better. You go,
Why is it always the same sponsors? It's always Blue Chew, Nord.
I haven't seen
BetterHelp?
Blue Chew in a minute, which I
Used
think
to be
means
Squarespace. Used to be Squarespace.
Squarespace, yeah, I think they don't do it anymore. The fact that Blue Chew isn't sponsoring my podcast listens anymore means that I'm doing better mentally.
Yeah, and it feels so weird because I took a bunch before I came, so I'm
I know.
fucking rock hard.
I
right
took
now.
2 Blue Chews and I took a bunch of Onnits.
Yeah,
So I'm bricked up and I'm ready to do some math.
Is Blue Chew?
equations.
I've heard Blue Chew is a little much. I've heard Blue Chew thins your blood a lot.
So I've never tried any of them.
some
Really?
NFL players
Never.
will take Viagra before the games because it thins your blood, gets you all worked
That's-
up. Terrell Owens was known for it.
That's
kind of
crazy.
awesome. Yeah.
To,
Imagine getting tackled and a dude's boner is just thrusting into your helmet face mask.
So sick.
You're just like,
So
and it's like
great.
an NFL player, so it's huge. It's like bending the iron. You're like, no.
That was a huge plot point of him.
this is
If you guys didn't watch him, so
No.
much of it is Marlon
Yeah.
Wayans being like, and you gotta take these boner pills.
So
Get
the
bricked
thing,
up, man.
the first movie was him, and then when the boner's thrusting through the face mask, it's a sequel called His.
it was it was invented as heart medication. So it was, they invented those sort of pills, Viagra or whatever, as heart medication, and then people weren't returning. It wasn't working, but they weren't returning them or something.
Yeah,
What?
And
Am I
then
tripping,
the
or
doctors
wasn't
are
it-
like, "Why aren't you guys returning them?" We're like, "Cause I'm out here fucking now."
bricked up.
Because
Am I
I'm
tripping, or
fucking
wasn't it? What's that? Parkinson's.
what?
Wasn't the movie? What's that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, Love and Other Drugs, where it's about the creation of Viagra?
I don't know. I thought it was heart medication.
It might be heart medication. I might be getting it twisted. I thought it was for Parkinson's. As
Parkinson's feels especially cruel, where
you
they're
get
like,
so hard and you're shaking.
yeah,
so much.
you have a tremor, and you're like, I don't feel like myself, but my dick is so fucking hard.
You're just lying and telling them it's working. You go, "Oh no, it's working. I need another month. I need another month."
I'm going to town on this thing, dude. Yeah, my grandpa used to have Parkinson's in one hand. My grandma loved it.
Like you say, yeah, my grandpa always had a pretty hard dick.
My grandpa had a really hard
My
dick.
grandpa was freaking
And one
bricked up.
hand that would stroke it. My grandma loved it.
But yeah, on the podcast advertisements, I've noticed that it's all a certain level of product that is like a fingernail above grift, but a few shades below legit.
Ridge wallet.
They're right in this weird space of like VPNs you can get for free. So NordVPN's a weird one. They're always trying to scare you into that one.
Yep.
You know, mail order medication like boner pills.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not sure what else. What else do they do usually?
Ridge wallet.
Ridge wallet.
Ridge
Ridge
wallet,
Wallet
which-
is always the
I'll-
one, which is weird. I have like a Ridge Wallet adjacent thing.
Well, you
know
don't
what the
need
fuck-
it. And the thing about a lot of this stuff is it is the equivalent of like knives on the home shopping network late at night when you're just kind of channel surfing it up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, dude, you're not wrong.
Like they're like the last knife you'll ever buy. You don't even need the first knives. You have knives. You're probably
Yeah.
a normal adult with knives.
But they throw in the Adirondack knife for free. Also, you guys need to know, as if you want to make money doing this, that Darcy didn't mean what he said. That you actually do need the Ridge wallet. And the Ridge wallet is actually. Are you tired of having a bulky wallet? There used to be a great infomercial where it was about for a telephone that had a calendar in it. That's how old I am. There was
Damn.
a telephone that had a calendar like in digital screen, and it showed a woman bobbling a calendar and going, "Are you tired of clumsy calendars?" And then she would drop it as if you don't take a calendar, put it on the wall, and leave it forever.
And was it in black and white as she shuffled it around and dropped it?
It truly was in black and white when
Yeah.
it cut to her bobbling the calendar.
Have you ever seen that the compilation of just the competitors for those kind of like the ShamWow and whatnot, where it'll just show all the compilations of people being like trying to cut
oh, I
something
love
and
I love
dropping the knife.
infomercial clumsiness.
Yeah, no,
Or
I
someone trying to climb a ladder and being like,
the one where the shopping network where the ladder breaks is hilarious.
incredible,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
He gets fucking banged up too on that one.
That's the type of stuff that people ask me, like, because I don't watch a lot of stand up or even like a ton of anything that's
You just
not
watch
like.
people in the park emoting, being regular humans.
You watch The Wire.
Well,
watch,
yeah, I
you watch
used
wedding
to.
videos
I don't even
to
know.
understand what people look like when they're happy.
I don't
You
even
watch
know.
funerals to look what people look like when they're sad, and then you go in the mirror, you recreate it.
So I don't even know what if I would watch The Wire today. But I find
I
with
don't even know what the human condition is.
I find stuff
If I
like
watch The Wire today, I just find their emotions so confusing.
there is no joke that like the greatest comedian could come up with that to me isn't as funny as the guy on the shopping network falling through the ladder.
Yeah.
It's just
Truly,
like this.
yeah.
This is as funny as it gets.
That or like even watching Jackass 2, where Wee Man goes bungee jumping off Preston Lacey. And I'm like, I'll never write anything as funny as that.
That is a good one. But the shopping network ones do hit so well because the show must go on. The cameras are still rolling. and they have to like stay in character and be like, wow, watching people get hurt and have to really like shrug it off and be like, ow, wow, that really stung.
What's the one where
This
the guy slices his hand? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, there was the one where the guy was doing magic and he'd hidden like knives in like balloons and a knife just goes through his hand. It was on Brazilian.
Oh.
I've watched that one. Front to back, dick in hand, really.
Blue
really,
Chew streaming through
Blue
the
Chew.
veins.
I have a
Jacked up.
copy of it in my Ridge wallet just in case anybody needs it.
Cock
God
hard
damn.
from Bluetooth, telling my BetterHelp,
Bluetooth.
telling my BetterHelp therapist how dope it is.
Yeah,
You got to see this
Bluetooth in ear,
Brazilian.
going, you gotta watch this fucking video.
I just put it up on Squarespace. Check it out.
So I have a lot of opinions about what's going on. Alex is really hosting the pod right now, so Sean's a little tuckered. You've been yawning a lot.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungover.
I had
But also, that's not an excuse. I think this one. Hey, if this one's bad, the thing that we can look forward to is that the next one will be good.
I had a bad sleep, and I'm really trying to like wake up and seize it. Alex is really hosting the podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know
you're
how
carrying
I feel
this thing.
about that.
I'm not trying.
The
I'm
other
not,
thing is you're clearly doing material. You
No,
clearly
I haven't done it.
sat. He showed up in his car. We saw him. We showed up. My girlfriend and I sat in our apartment, ate dinner. He sat in the car in the window staring at us.
So Darcy, you make it. You make it.
He
you-
literally watched us
He
eat dinner.
sat there. He was writing notes. He was listening to Eminem's 8 Mile.
Okay, so you make excellent points. And I'll tell you this.
Clearly, we're sitting there and you went, I'm gonna talk about ads.
Nope.
I'm
No.
gonna
So,
talk about the phone calendar.
do you want me to tell you the stuff I actually did write down?
I actually am
Because you're
curious.
right, but
this
I
is also-
haven't. I literally haven't.
You haven't gone
I haven't
through
brought up any of
This
that.
I
is
know you
radio.
do.
This is radio behavior, though. That is
Yeah,
very
because
much
He's
people
radio.
do
too prepared.
podcasts and then they just go and they hum and haw forever, and people don't care
Buddy,
for it.
this podcast is all humming and
This
hawing.
this podcast is called the Harmonica Hour, brother.
So what I was gonna say was maybe because I want your podcast to blow up. I'm a fan. I'm not even a guest. I'm a fan.
You are a fan.
Perfect.
And I just I googled the top 10 biggest podcasts in the world.
Did you Google it or did you use ChatGPT?
You know the answer. You know the answer to that.
Dude, it's so
Clanker.
funny. I feel like you and me are the only two people that will be like, yeah, I use ChatGPT.
Of course I use ChatGPT.
Yeah, I watch The Wire and I go, hey, is Chris Marlowe's henchman a psychopath? And they go, funny you bring that up.
Who's
Yeah.
they?
What's that?
Are they the
geniuses
robots?
the geniuses behind ChatGPT.
The robots in my phone?
Yeah, but of course.
I ask it the craziest questions just to see its answers.
Oh, yeah?
I can't even say them.
I ask it the craziest questions just to see what like just a thing of equal intelligence to me makes of it. And, it really it's good. It's just two equals speaking. Finally,
So I googled I searched.
Did you Google?
I
Also,
searched
okay,
it.
can we just get one thing straight? Googling, it's the same as ChatGPT.
Yeah, Google.
It's the same.
pulls up AI.
When,
You know what I like doing?
no, whenever I hear people
Just
be like,
thinking for
ChatGPT's fucking weird, I'm not using ChatGPT to think for myself. I'm being like, hey, what are the traits that this character shows that could lead him to be a psychopath?
What if you just absorbed it and had it in your own brain and that was
Why
it?
not?
So
What's the
that's
difference
how I
between
absorb
that
it.
or me
I
going
search
to
it, I
Reddit
read it,
and
I
thinking
absorb
about
it. I wanted to go through them so that you guys, if it came to it, but then
Sure.
Darcy's always just 10 steps ahead, and he was like, "You were in there." And I was gonna see what you guys could adopt for your
I did-
podcast.
I know that
What
you're
about
scheming. I
a
know
no? What
that you
about
got your
an
little-
AI system called Darcy GPT, where everything you put in there just goes, "That's gay and I hate it."
Yeah,
Come on,
It would just say "nice try." That's what it
nice,
would
good
say.
job.
I was
You'd
thinking
say
of an episode of The Dark Side of Comedy, and it's just Darcy talking about comedy. It's just Darcy giving his opinions on comedy. The dark side of everything. You should have your own solo podcast called The Dark Side of Everything, and I just give you topics, and then you tell me why it's stupid
It's
and
just
why I'm
me
not a
giving-
human.
Giving you a heads up of what you're in for, and you are a human, but God willing,
Only
one day,
by name.
One day you'll be more, and then you'll be able to feel whole. When you look down at your robot hands and you say, "This is the most I felt like me in my life."
I can tell you right now, I am never gonna feel whole, so I'm not worried about that at all. I don't even think about it. I'm Pinocchio, but I'm not trying to become a real boy.
The only time you ever cried was in Steven Spielberg's Artificial Intelligence.
Alex Carr has cried twice in his life. Once when they revealed the dinosaurs in Spielberg's Jurassic Park,
Big
and
moment.
the second time was when the movie ended.
Yeah. No, I
Alex Carr cries, but as he likes to call it, leaking oil.
so the people don't know that you consider me to be subhuman.
Not subhuman. I consider you to be like an echo of a human being. Like you're a shade, you know? Like you're a shadow.
I consider you to be the newer model of a human.
You
found the parts that are obsolete, such as sympathy, empathy.
No.
True. Yeah, I'm joking,
Crazy.
dude.
No.
It's not true.
And you've thrown them out the window.
It's not true at all.
You've shaved the fat of the human existence and you've honed it into a blade that you use to host really good shows.
So there's some truth to that. But you'll see. You'll get older. I'm an old man. You guys don't know what it's like.
Well,
to
you're
be
an old being. I wouldn't call you a man.
Right.
You're an old
entity.
sentient thing.
Truly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your soul was sold many moons ago.
So the other notes
Yeah, let's hear the okay.
Oh, I want to
so
hear the
the
ChatGPT one.
what's that?
ChatGPT
Yeah,
one.
make
Do you want to
notes.
do the other one was just from I was watching The Dark Side of Reality today about extreme home makeover, and I thought that was funny. If you
Oh
guys,
yeah, they fucking ruined people's lives on
Yeah.
that show, didn't they?
Yeah, it was and then a lot of people get stuck with a home that they can't pay taxes on.
right.
Isn't that
Are
it?
you serious? Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Not only that, the electric bill is more than the previous. Well, they'll pay off your mortgage, and then your electric bill is like double what your mortgage was,
Yeah.
and they end up leaving. Also, I was just thinking about how like they always talk about how like there's a housing crisis right in Canada, and how we're always like debating on how to build houses. And then I'm watching this show where they build a house in 3 days in secret. You know, it's like, can we just hire this spiky haired weirdo?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but the guy, just get him. It's like, get him, hire him and the crew, and let them run. Just keep going.
I
I
will
know.
say though, at the same time, like I get your logic. I love this riff. If like we're so close to living in a Trump world where Trump would be like, we have a housing crisis and I've hired the property brothers to sort it all out, you'd be like, no, man.
Whatever gets the houses done. This is why you shave. What did you say? You carve out the human condition.
This is why you trim the fat off the human condition and hone yourself into a blade that can ask people what they do for work with laser-like precision.
I was also thinking of BC if they did like Extreme Home Edition, Extreme Home Makeover Edition. How they would come back in 3 days and they'd be like, "Look, we couldn't get the permits." Like,
Yeah.
they'd just come back and the house would just be knocked down. And they're like, "We couldn't actually do anything."
Turns out we can't build a house over 2 stories. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the zoning is you got to preserve those sight lines, the sight corridors, man.
We got you guys a basement apartment, but even that's sort of on the low, so don't tell anyone.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, the people would like. There was one of them where they had to turn off the electricity in the house because they couldn't afford the house anymore.
Yeah.
So they like, lived in a house with no electricity, which also like could have been its own show of just like the people after just getting worse. It almost like turns into
Extreme Makeover
Yeah.
Dark Edition.
Yeah, it turns into a season of Survivor.
Yeah.
It's funny to me too that they're like, we've solved the problem, we fixed your house, and I'm like, I don't think you solved the problem. This person's still so poor.
They're still poor.
They're
and
still poor. A lot of them, yeah, whatever. I
you've
only
given
watched
them
a couple
they're-
a
episodes.
colossal
they're
house to clean.
You
they're
did Pimp
more-
My Ride to your home.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got rid of all
They're
those
more
too.
bored, which is another thing. The Pimp My Ride aspect of it was driving me crazy. Thinking about how we can't like build houses here and how they're like, not only did they build a house in 3 days in secret, it has a basketball court and an aquarium and like all these different things in it. It's
Exotic
like, can we
fish.
just do, if you were to be like, just do as many regular houses as you can in the next month and then do it again.
They were breezing through that.
We just need Sears to sponsor it.
I used to work, I painted houses when I was 18 years old. And there was one guy, he was like in charge of my crew, and he told me about that when he was younger, he worked on a team. And the team manager was like, I can promise you to this house, it was like a 3-story house in like, I think West End or something, or sorry, West Vancouver. And he's like, we could paint this house over the weekend. And he was sitting there like, what the fuck? There's a team of 5 of us. You think we can paint the exterior 3-story house over? Are you out of your fucking mind? He's like, no, I got an idea. They went to the downtown east side and like picked up the same way you hear about in California. They'll pick up Mexican laborers outside of a Home Depot. Apparently they went through the downtown east side and were like $100 if you work for the day. and they just shipped an entire crew of homeless people to West Vancouver, and we're just like, start painting, boys.
And
No, it was terrible. Like, none of them had painting experience. Apparently, the house was
Probably some very shaky hands.
Apparently, it was done fucking horrendously. The guy was furious, being like, "Why the fuck are people staring in my window as
I have a brilliant idea.
yeah, like it just sounded like
Fixing the joint.
such an absolute disaster. And he talked about it where he's like, it was done over the weekend, but also half of the guys who came out the first time never came back because he gave them payment for the day, and they're like, "Okay, bye."
Drugs.
Calgary has a thing called Cash Corner, and the hotel that I worked in, the parking lot of Cash Corner is on the hotel. So I literally worked right alongside of them as a valet, like door person, and I used to have to pull in to the lot, and the Cash Corner guys would just get liquored all day. They looked like they were having a hoot, these guys. They would just get liquored all day. Also, it's very much like the Home Depot thing.
Yeah, they're tailgating,
but much
dude.
more multicultural. There's a lot of white people.
That's good.
And they would like they didn't like us because I used to have to beep at them because they would stand where I'm trying to pull the cars in, and then the guys like picture just like drunk, like kind of a little rough around the edges guys, and they'd be like, "You fucking loser, you carry people's bags for a living," and like it actually kind of hurt my feelings. I'd be like, "Oh, these guys are sticking it to me again." Eventually, I got callous to it, and I didn't care because I'd be like, "Well, you guys are down here every day getting drunk," but yeah, they used to give me hell. I still remember some of their names and everything.
What kind of jobs would they usually get picked up? Just manual labor stuff?
So exactly like that, painting, manual labor, that sort of stuff. Here's another thing too. I knew a guy because the
bum fights crew goes through there, beat the shit out of that bellhop.
they
Fucking
tried
get
to
'em.
beat one up once. Didn't end well for him. The guy named Serge.
Oh, don't fight a dude named
They
Serge.
fought the king of the bellhops.
Well, yeah, my friend Johnny, the guy like ran at him. He's Lebanese, and this guy Serge called him the P word, the racial slur P word that you might
gotcha.
call
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
who's Lebanese if you have no idea.
Yeah.
You
Literally,
know?
that took me a second. I was like, the P, we called him a
Penis
pussy?
bandit?
You can say that on YouTube.
Maybe I'm just too darn innocent. But what is the P word, Alex? I don't know these bad words.
It's
Well,
a thing
it's a
for a Pakistani person.
Yes, it's a shorter version.
Oh, the thing that my dad was saying all Thanksgiving weekend for some reason.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Anyway, he called Johnny that, and it didn't end well for Serge. It didn't end well. But then, like, we were like kind of boys will be boys about it because he still had to be there, and they were like the next day, like we were just like, yeah, it's all good, dude. Like, it happens. My friend Johnny's like really tough guy. He was like, no, whatever. You said that. I kicked you in the head. We're okay.
It's all good.
Now, can I ask what ethnicity Serge was?
Serge, so I wouldn't know.
Electric, mostly.
White dude, but had like a Russian-y type accent. Used to get liquored. Also, troublemaker on the corner. This is what I was just about to say. So late in the day, they're all just drunk and picking fights and doing crazy stuff. And the real hard workers get picked up at the start of the day. So the only people that are left there by the afternoon, my shift started at 2 p.m. The only people that are left there are left to cause trouble. If you're getting picked up, you're there at like 6, 7 a.m. People that I know, guys that are from Nova Scotia that went to this corner and did day labor. Like it's not the craziest thing to do, but they're like, you go there in the morning and the person pulls up and they go, who wants to do roofing today? And then they pick, like a modeling agency. They just kind of look at you and they go,
I like you. I like
you know?
Yeah, it's like that scene in Rush Hour 2 when they're choosing the girls.
yeah,
Just like that.
was my
Yeah.
first, the first example that ran through my head, but I wanted to go with
precisely.
something a little lighter.
Why not?
But yeah, so they would pick them. So the guys that were left were all the troublemakers, and I would talk to some of the solid, the ones that are really there to work, and they'd be like, "Yeah, Serge. Sorry about Serge. He's a troublemaker. Like he doesn't get picked up. He's just getting drunk,
Pick last.
Just a
gym
place to
class.
go.
getting drunk, picking fights."
Yeah.
They would always
You go, sorry about Serge, and you go, how does it feel to have a voice in your head that listens to you? And they'd be like, what? You'd be like, when you close your eyes, are you still here? And they're like, what are you talking about? And you go, I remember my own birth. Is that normal? No, man.
I don't know what I did. So these guys, sometimes they would like come into the hotel, and there was nothing you could do about them really, because I'm not gonna touch them. I'm not paid enough, and they'd be like, as a bellman, they kind of make you be security, and they'd be like, you got to kick these guys out, and I would go in, and I'd be like, you got to go, and they'd be like, no, and then I'd just be like, I'm gonna call the cops, and they go, you think I give a shit? And I'd just be like, fucking well played, right? Like, like truly, like you just go, yeah, you don't care. So because I did this for like 9 years,
I imagine Serge wore black sunglasses and had like spiked hair like the Offspring, and he had a lightning bolt on his shirt, and he went, you think I give a shit about the cops?
He had one of those Kappa tracksuits on as well.
Yeah. And he could outrun a police car.
I wish Serge was like that. He was just a guy with like a shitty quaff. That Serge is not like an entertaining one. Some of them were great. Some of them were like there was a guy that there was one guy who broke in, huge dude, massive dude, and he broke in and he found the liquor where we store the liquor.
Yeah.
And rather than like steal all the liquor, he just chugged one bottle of liquor and then passed out in the room.
Wow. That's some real raccoon energy.
I was gonna say that's a true addict. That's kind of cool.
So
just one thing.
So then we had to call the police. A big reason you don't call the police is because it takes them forever to get there, and you're just like, it's just like kind of a waste of everyone's time. Also, I'm on the clock, so I don't really care what happens.
Yeah.
But so the police come, and this guy's passed out, and they know who it is. Like they literally get there, and they're like, "Oh, God damn it, Gordo!" Like they knew who there was, and the guy did this thing where, I don't know if this is a police training, but like they press underneath like your mouth right here, like they press under your jaw, and it just like wakes him up like from the dead.
Damn.
And he got up, and
They did this crazy thing where he's passed out and they drew a little mustache on him. The cops went in there. They went, "Come here, put his hand in water and he'll piss himself."
but
The cops found him. They put a little shaving cream on his hand and started tickling his face.
a few months later, it happened.
Like, what are you doing?
Anyway, sorry, there's a story and I have to get to the end of it.
Well, I
I
was
can't
just
be
gonna-
sidetracked with these things. But go on.
Sorry, no, I love your human sense of humor. It's so entertaining. Ha 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 ha. So Serge is going all in there.
I'm on a road and I can't get off it. Anyway, go on.
I just didn't know what to say.
You're good, dude.
Get
Go.
off on the roadside attraction. There's clouds everywhere. The cops are like, this wakes him up every time. Shoves his thumb up his ass.
The cop goes, "I know just what to do." Just fingers him in the ass, and they go, "Does that do anything?" He goes, "No, but I've always been so curious with this guy."
No, but isn't it fucking funny?
No, this is
fucking
why I
hilarious.
got the job in the first place.
Cop nudges you, goes, "How big do you think his dick is?"
He goes, I hate when they smell like piss. He goes, he doesn't smell like piss, but he pulls out his dick. He will soon. Wake up, Gaylord. The cops are here.
Holy shit, he's passed out, dude. You know what that means? He passed out with his shoes on. That means you get to do anything to him. He passed out with his shoes on. Those are the rules. That means you get to shave his eyebrows.
Yeah. Comes up, he goes, wouldn't it be funny if we shaved his balls? He goes, no. He goes, I agree. I thought the same thing.
No, I totally agree. He goes, "You think he's pulling out a baton? It's just a shaver." No, totally.
No, I didn't want to be friends.
He passed out with the shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Plays that old Asher Roth song, and then he's like, "Oh, actually, yeah, okay, never mind." We
Oh,
can't-
no, that's actually kind of
Okay.
cool. Cop turns to you, goes, "Dude, I'm a police officer. Welcome to Jackass." Tasers the guy.
Guy wakes up. He's in the police officer's clothing. Police officer's in his clothing, passed out. You wouldn't believe what you did last night. The guy's like, what? He goes, I'm just kidding. Give it back.
Anyway, sorry. So the cop goes like this.
Oh no! There's not really much to it. It's just
Oh, good.
No, this is interesting. These are good
no,
stories.
no.
Alex.
I don't. I can riff. I know how to riff.
It's just been 30 minutes and
No,
I haven't
please.
laughed yet. But no, it's
These are
good.
good at stories.
What-
I want
we-
to know where this is going.
No,
It's a comedy podcast, but no, it could be true crime for a day. Oh, come
I'm
on.
not trying to make it true crime.
Well, you're not trying to make it funny either, but here we go.
Shut up.
All right, Darcy. What you talk, and I'll riff on what you say.
Darcy, you better tell us about the Duncan corner.
We started this whole thing by Darcy telling a story and then being like, "We're editing this out. We're editing this out." And then I was like, "Okay, I could add some things." He's like, "You're not a human, and you have these stories, and you have a plan." And then I just go, "Okay, like then I won't do that." And you go, "No, you're not funny."
Yeah, we get Alex to tell an engaging story where I'm like, "This is a very
I
interesting
feel like
slice.
this was going somewhere.
This is a very interesting slice of life for a town in the city." And then suddenly we just dogpile all over him. We're
Look,
like,
The last episode we did, I did a character for about 7 minutes that was a gay pirate that loved to tickle people. So let's go ahead and remember where this podcast lives, huh?
Did you guys ever top the leprechauns?
Oh, I've chopped plenty of things. Here he is.
I think you
Oh,
being
tickle,
ticklish is the
tickle.
most human thing of you.
Oh no, here he comes there.
Well,
Look at him pretending it doesn't bother him.
it
Tickle,
kind of feels
tickle.
nice, to be honest.
just to be touched.
It does feel nice.
Tickled him.
What's the craziest thing that happened at this corner?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, so you guys remember Vine?
Of course.
Ja.
So I'm on Vine at this time, and there's this woman, and she's just walking down the street, and she has a hatchet, and she's just breaking
What?
car windows one after another, like absolutely fearless of the
God
law.
damn. Yeah, okay.
And so I made a couple vines out of it. I remember making vines and just being like, I guess this will be good for this app that'll surely last forever and be very important in the future. And then
Do it for the vine.
she's doing it, and then an undercover cop, and I only know that because he came around the corner, and he had one of those, you know, the little like tiny necklace badges that you
Yeah.
see on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just like pulled one of those out and showed it to me, and I guess it was to make sure that I knew that it wasn't just a random man who was about to spear this woman, because he full on Goldberg speared her.
Did you get that on video?
No. By then, so she threw the hatchet at me, and I was like, I'm not like a pull the camera out and film things guy. This is part of the reason, because I was like doing this, and then I was like, what am I doing? Filming this, you know?
Yeah.
This is like crazy.
Yeah.
And she was I was like, hey, you got to stop. But I was like standing a good enough distance away that I really wasn't worried.
Yeah.
Because it is terrible that, you know, there's 8 people who are going to come back to their car window smashed. But also I couldn't stop her. She threw the hatchet at me. But it didn't, not even close. Like, don't think about any danger.
Well, why?
Like, not even close to getting me. And then this guy comes around the corner and like shows me his badge and like basically gives me like a wink, and then speared the lady. And then also, like, I'm not even kidding, like speared her, I think took her information and let her go. Like, it was classic.
He got what he wanted.
He speared her, looked down, and went, was that the hardest tackle you've ever had in your life? And she went, yes. And he went, okay, thanks.
Speared her, gave her axe back. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
He speared her, pulled out his marker to put the mustache on her, and then was like, her shoes are on, never mind.
Oh, she's not even passed out.
Speared her, pinned her down, shoved his thumb up her ass, and went, now don't do it again.
Yeah. I think he did arrest her boyfriend.
That's good.
Yeah, but he hadn't even really done anything other than sort of interfere with
Yeah,
the
except be a
initial...
man who exists.
He interfered with the arrest, and then probably
He
had a warrant.
interfere.
He did
Came
interfere
in
when
with
he
a
He
longbow.
kept tickling the cop when they were on the ground.
Stop it! I'm an officer of the law. Can't you cute?
But wouldn't it be bad if you and I were just 2 guys palling around? What are you playing with her? Play with me. We're just 2 guys.
How did he obstruct it? He just was getting
Oh,
on top of the
Tell
cops.
us.
no,
Oh, come on, tell us.
no. I just remember he was arresting her, and the guy, and he was like, back up. The cop was not working. He was
Oh.
just a cop that happened to be walking by.
He saw his
Yeah.
opportunity. He took it. He's like, I've always wanted to
He was
spear
a
woman.
pro wrestler whose theme was
It was
an
the
undercover
edge.
cop.
It was
Yeah.
the edge
know what?
undercover.
Wasn't a cop.
Yeah.
Looking back, just a guy who carries his shit.
A guy
Isn't
went to
the
the
Edge
dollar
from
store and
Calgary?
was like, look at this thing I got from the dollar
He's just
store.
like-
Then he's fucked a
Wait,
woman.
hey, telling his buddies, if you flash this thing, you could literally attack anyone.
He showed Alex his driving license and just went, now check it.
Yeah, I don't know, because he did let them go. No, he was a cop because
Yeah,
other cops came.
Shows you a McLovin ID, then beats the fuck out of a woman.
There used to be
I saw a guy shitting in a trash can today by your place.
oh yeah, in Fairview.
Yeah, it was by.
Were his legs dangling like he couldn't even touch the bottom?
You know, it was pretty good. Like we were walking up Canby,
Yep.
towards Broadway, and then I clocked it, and he looked cool. He was a black dude with Matrix sunglasses on, and he was just kind of squatting, but I saw his butt cheek peeking out there, and I was like, those pants aren't up. And then I looked closely, and he was on it was like an office trash can with a bag.
Yeah.
And he was clearly just like deucing it up. But he had like this look on his face like he was thinking. Like this dude was like good at being homeless.
Yeah, he's
And
covert.
Covert. And then I told my girlfriend, I was like, that guy's taking a shit in public. And she was like, I didn't even see that. And I was like, he looks like he's in the Matrix. He's so good at pooping in public that he definitely is just like, I'm in a simulation, man. I can do whatever I want. Like,
It's that Matrix scene where they come in. What do we need? Toilets. Lots of toilets.
I mean, if you think you're in a simulation and you start shitting in public and nobody bats an eye, you are.
Oh,
gonna
you're
be
in the
like,
Matrix,
You're like,
dog.
I've cracked it.
The shit
100%. I think we should start going to the downtown east side, the homeless area, and start dressing like Mr. Smith. And just walking up to random homeless guys going, Mr. Anderson, looks like your day has come.
The shit comes out and it's slow, like in the Matrix. You know when they like fade back.
Yeah.
You know how the bullets are. It
Yeah,
comes out
bullet
and it
time.
just.
There's like a streamline behind it
Yeah.
as it comes in. Yeah,
We
yeah.
should. I want to go around the downtown east side dressed like Agent Smith and just handing people keys and being like, when you find the lock, I'll be there. And then
Turn
just
to all of them
just
and go,
leave.
choose one, and you hold your hand. This one is a pill. They take it immediately. What the fuck? The blue pill, immediately take it. Whoa, man, you just did that? Well, what about that one? Well, this is the red pill. The red pill takes that one.
Takes it both and it just goes, these pills fucking suck. You need to get your money back.
This shit's been stepped on, dude. Walks off.
In this hand is reality. Just bites the hand. You go, I regret coming here. No. Ouch.
Ow.
No, but just going around and just giving people keys and being just like, when you find the lock, the answers will be there. And then just driving away. And then there's just homeless people just going around just fucking, just trying every car door and be like,
What the hell, man? What the hell? What the hell's going on here, man?
That is a fucking fun one to do.
yeah, I couldn't stop doing the tickly pirate in the shower. I'm really into that guy right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a pirate that just is like kind of weird and gay and just wants to hang out with you a lot. And he's like,
Come on, man. We're just two guys playing around.
Hey,
man.
I'm just scrubbing the poop deck.
Wouldn't it be bad if you and I went swimming together with the sharks? That'd be something fun, eh?
I know a lagoon we could both go naked diving into.
My peg, my bag is rock hard, but you have both of your legs. Exactly.
I said what I said.
You know, you don't just need a peg leg for your leg. You can put it somewhere else, mate.
Bring me Peter Pan, 'cause he's cute and I like him. I like guys like that.
The
Captain
original.
Hook, what are your intentions with Peter Pan?
I like to kiss him, I like to make him dinner, and I'd like to live with all my pirate friends on this ship with a little boy.
It's the rest of the crewmate trying to tell him that Peter Pan's underage, and he's going, "No,
No,
he's
he-
like 40 years old. He refuses to grow up.
He lives forever. It's cool like that.
He likes his personality."
It's
I do.
like one of those anime girls.
There.
He's a little boy, but he's like 105.
1,000 years old.
It's good.
So it's kind of cool and more ethical if I do it.
The Lost Boys, I'll find them. You can't call them Indians anymore, but they're not really Native Americans because we're not in America. So you gotta call them guys.
This is just you in the shower, and your girlfriend's like, "Who are you talking to in there, sweetie?"
that happens all the time. That happens all the time. I'll leave and she'll be like, who are you talking to? And it's like, what do you think? I'm just in there.
You think?
I'm in there doing Kyle Patton as Peter Pan, being like, Hook, you're insane.
I used to do one with my ex about a local show producer, just tricking people into coming to his show and charging them $60 a ticket.
Oh, do the impression.
Well, no, the impression is though it would be weird because it was just a guy going, "Damn girl, you're gonna come over to my show, come in here. It's gonna be a first date, girl. Do you want to come on a first date with me?" And then my girlfriend would be like, "Yeah, I would like that." And he goes, "Okay, only $20 and an 8-drink minimum. You can split the drinks between your friends, but you gotta drink all 8 of them.
But you gotta drink.
I've heard of comedians doing this. For
Oh,
real.
yeah, 100%.
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's weird to me when people will be like, "Oh, I'm bringing a girl. I met her on Tinder. She's coming to my show." I'm like, "So you found a date on Tinder and you're charging her to come here?
Duped a woman into
That's
coming to watch you bomb.
truly fucking crazy."
Yeah, also depending on the show, it's just like, oh, this is great. So you have no intention of ever sleeping with her.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah,
very noble of you.
There used to be a
Let her
guy.
know off the top
Yeah.
that she'll never have to touch you.
Yeah.
There used to be a guy me and Darcy not even started with. He's been doing it longer than me. Are you about to give the cat a Zen? What the
No.
fuck are you doing?
No, I was just giving the cat attention.
Sorry, the cat comes up and you start putting your Zin package towards it. I was like, what are you doing
It was
right now?
smelling the Zins, and it's a closed pocket.
He
and
loves the smell of Zins.
Carry on with what you were saying.
What the fuck was I saying?
It's fine. He gives drugs to animals so they can bond, you know, because he feels closer to animals than he does to his fellow mankind. Sometimes he'll go to the park and just drop off some meat. Don't ask where it came from, and just watch the dogs eat it, and just go. And he'll go, eat up my young ones.
Alex Carr likes to go up to two homeless men and go, I have a $10 bill here, but only one of you gets it.
And he'll poke
Why
them-
don't you guys decide how that works?
He'll poke them both in the nose. And he says, and only one of you gets it.
So, you know, in Vancouver, saying that, like, you like animals more than people is, like, the coolest thing. That's, like, everyone here.
It is the coolest thing. You know what else is cool? Just like feeding your victims to coyotes. That's just a cool thing to do. Because I like animals more than I like people. So once I get rid of a person who didn't obey the social contract,
It's
I
always
think
strange.
Is rude.
Do you guys know, whenever Alex Carr is in a room, if you look out in the window, a coyote's peering in at him?
You know,
It's kind of like an indigenous folklore.
I took a via rail from here to Calgary, and at one point I looked out on a cornfield, and I thought, what's that thing running along, keeping pace with the train? I looked, and it was Alex Carr, and he was just sprinting along the train, and then he looked at me, and then he nodded, smiled, and then he outran the train. It was unbelievable.
I don't think that that's true.
I think it was. And then it's crazy because how you veer off and then just pounds on an elk. And then just
bite into
just
it.
bite its neck and then drag it in. And then the next time I saw you, I said, what about that time I saw you running next to the train? You said, we don't talk about that. Do you want to do Saturday? We got an opening on Saturday. Okay.
Saturday, I need somebody for the early. Do you guys have any crazy intrusive thoughts that you don't ever tell people that you have?
Yes, dog. Of course.
I'm completely indifferent to pets.
That's not an intrusive thought.
That's not an
That's
intrusive
the thing
thought,
to
it's
not
an
tell
opinion.
people.
No, I know. Everybody's
That's
told me that.
fine.
They're like, you really shouldn't tell people that. And I'm like, I'm completely. People will be like,
That's
hey,
fine.
look at this little puppy. I'll be like, I don't care.
Do you remember when my cat was climbing the pole and then he startled you and you squared up on him?
I do remember that.
You squared up like you were going to
I squared up on a
my,
cat
my
like I was about to
adorable
fight it.
kitten.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Huh?
not liking animals is a bit of a red flag. Even
Oh,
Alex.
it's a tremendous red flag.
even
I lie
Alex,
about it.
with the vacancy deep inside his chest.
It's not
even
that
he
I-
likes animals.
It's not
There's
that I
no
don't like
vacancy.
animals.
This
Like
is
I like
insane.
animals. I'm just indifferent to them. Where people like when I'm with a 45-year-old man and he's like, "Look at that fluffer," and stops to pet it, I'm like, "Grow up.
Right.
This is embarrassing, dude."
What about if you're with a child and they're like, I like animals?
Adorable.
Okay.
Adorable. That's a child. They can have that
what about,
wonder.
What about when the animal is adorable?
That's fair too.
Did you have any pets growing up?
Yes. Completely indifferent.
Did they survive?
so crazy.
Yeah.
It sounds insane.
Yeah.
It sounds insane.
I had pets growing up, and I was just like, well, okay.
When they had to tell you that the dog died, and you just went, cool.
Yeah. You know what's for dinner?
I don't want to tell you what happened with the dog died because there's no coming back from that.
Tell us. I asked about
can't.
intrusive
guys-
thoughts.
You
and
did.
You opened the
I was about to
can
say,
of
I
worms.
was-
This
for-
is no
for like
because
a
this
year,
is
I
like
couldn't stop being like, I would go, don't think about your aunt naked, and then I would think about my aunt naked, be like, what the fuck? It bothered me.
Did you see her naked?
Yeah, she would be coming down the stairs, and I'd be like, "Why?" And then I'd be like, "Stop it!" And my brain would be like, "You keep making it happen," and then she'd be there, and I was like, "Stop doing this."
Why, how did you see your aunt naked?
I didn't. I just conjured up. I went, it would probably look like this. And then one time
Damn.
I was just zoning out, and then I went, I bet it looks like this. And then I went, ah.
Hey,
And then I went, don't ever do that again. And then my brain was like, we're going to do this to you for like a year straight.
Can you describe to me in detail what you picture? Because the blue chew's kicking in, and I could really.
I'm gonna pop
It's
on
really-
it and
so
describe
in a
this.
way, if we really think about what Alex has done here, he went, what are your dreams like? What does it feel like to dream? And then I went, I can't stop. I had an intrusive thought about my aunt naked, and you went, describe it. Describe how it makes you feel. The blue chew's kicking in, and I feel close to you.
No, I was curious
When I
because
think
you're like you're a psycho that kills people, and it's
Describe
like
your
I do
feelings.
have some crazy thoughts sometimes, and I was like gonna open up about them the way that humans do with one another, and then I thought
That's what
I'd
you guys
ask you
do,
guys
right?
first because I was like if I just start talking, Darcy's gonna be like you're talking, you're fucking yeah.
Can I do an impression of you right now? When I think about my aunt naked, it makes me aroused, excited, afraid, alone. How do you feel about that? It's me, Alex Carr.
I would never think about my aunt naked. It's crazy. And actually, now that you say it, it is kind of a fucked up thing that once you say don't do it,
It's happening.
your brain has to do it.
Your
Yeah.
brain does it, and you go stop.
You
And
go,
then
don't do
Yeah.
that.
keep doing it.
It
Don't-
loops you.
I hate that you even said this.
It's the worst.
All
form of
mine were
deception.
violent, and this one's like horrible.
Yours are violent.
Violent. Now
so
he's
go-
thinking of killing you because you planted that seed.
So he looks at people and he goes, "I wonder what your bones would look like on my mantelpiece."
Sometimes when I see an older person with glasses on, I have this thought of like, how much damage would I do if I were to punch them right in the face? And for some reason, it's only people with glasses, and it's just the thought of like, man, their glasses would be so smashed against their old face. Also, they'd never see it coming. And then I go, why do you think about this? I had an old boss that it used to happen. I used to have meetings with him all the time. And like every time we had a one-on-one meeting, my brain would go, imagine you punched him in the face right now. How crazy would that be?
I used to. I still kind of do. Sometimes, I'll be kind of like. I'll be like, just sort of like watching somebody and just kind of like not. I don't want to say studying them, but I'll just be picking up on mannerisms that I find amusing. And sometimes if I talk to people and they speak a certain way, I'll start doing an impression of them back to them.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing.
Some people like it. Some people don't like it. This happened the other day. I was walking. There was a guy that had a really distinctive walk. Like he kind of walked like a dummy, like kind of stomach out, kind of waddling along. And it made me laugh. And I started doing it while I was walking towards him. And we like made eye contact. And I was like, whoa.
Well, do you think he knew?
Oh, for sure. Like we were just walking. I was walking totally normal. I look over at him walking like an idiot, and then I just sort of, without thinking, just was like, and just started walking all weird. And then he like clearly looked at me and was like, "What the hell?" And then I was like, "Oh God!" I felt really embarrassed.
I'm cooking you right now.
I'm cooked. I was like, I'm getting ready to make fun of you to my friends later.
You do some great walking impressions. Some
Yeah.
really
Some
solid.
good ones of other
you know?
comedians.
It's the most walking I do in a day. I got there before Bobby could.
I was gonna bring this up earlier. I don't know what. It doesn't really segue back. But do you remember the comedian? What the fuck was his? I can't remember his last name. But he
The
used to
pilot?
where he used to show up with dates all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
There was like a comedian who used to show up with first dates all the time, and he would show up to open mics. Like he would pull up to an open mic and just bring up a first date.
It's an open mic. It's kind of like embarrassing at the best
It's
of times.
crazy.
Yeah.
And then to add a first date to it.
And he would go up say like insane like rape, pedophilia jokes, and then usually just bomb horrendously, like bomb tremendously, and then go sit down, smash. Probably sleep with
Was
them.
he handsome?
Wasn't ugly.
How tall?
Tiny,
Short.
Tiny.
He's like shorter than me.
Okay.
He's probably 5'6".
Okay, well.
He was like half of me.
Were they
Yeah.
paid? Were they paid to be there?
No,
That'd be a crazy kink.
rough looking broads.
Just paying women to come watch you fucking
Bring a
bomb. Real
prostitute.
sadistic.
Yeah, that would be pretty messed up.
Like what embarrassment kink or whatever they call it.
That's like a
Humiliation
Hannibal Lecter
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Where it's like, you want to earn your money, don't you? Well, then you got to listen to my next one.
and you got to laugh real hard the entire time.
Just-
And you got to laugh real hard.
Turning escorts' lives around one open mic at a time, where they're just like, "Why did you stop?" And you're like, "So this one guy paid me to do the worst, the most degrading thing possible." It
He
actually,
made me do stand up.
I had to go watch him do stand up. I had to go watch him and 20 other people do 5 minutes of stand up.
I
That is
think
pretty
that.
much what happened with Boogie 9288.
Yeah.
Boogie
Did you just
92
watch that documentary?
Not I've watched it. I watched it.
A buddy of
I
mine,
love
a couple of my friends were just telling me
Can't
about it.
stop watching.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Have you not seen it?
No,
He's
You
a
would love this.
YouTuber, and then he was like a beloved YouTuber, but he was a big gross fat guy. And then his wife divorced him, and then he burned all of his money on prostitutes and crypto, and now he's just like a bankrupt, pathetic man. It's a great documentary.
The
How did-
opening
so
of it
funny.
is so fucked.
how did he burn money on crypto? Just like meme coins?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Damn.
bad investments, and he spent just like $1 million on like high-end prostitutes. And then there's a couple escorts that they talked to that were like, one night with him paid really well, but I just quit the business after that. Like they were just like, it funded me getting into med school, but I never wanted to escort ever again after that.
Jesus Christ
They were just like, it
Almighty.
was hard to find his dick.
To get a
All-
prostitutes and make her
bad.
do
Really?
Oh yeah, He's that
prostitute.
big.
And
Prostitute?
he filmed this?
No.
Oh.
No. Somebody just made a documentary about him.
About him.
And then halfway through the documentary, the guy, you haven't met the documentarian, and then he inserts himself and is like, I gotta be honest, making this documentary has made me so depressed, I have to take a break.
When he does all the shrooms.
Oh, that's how it ends.
Yeah, he does all the shrooms, and you're like, maybe he had this epiphany and he's changed, and he wakes up the next morning and goes, I think I'm just going to keep doing the same thing I was doing. You're like, what? And he's like, yeah, I think I'll just keep doing that.
Also, at one point, they're walking around an arcade, and then he breaks his foot just walking. like he just walks outside, and it's just like, and then they take him to the hospital, and they're like, he broke his foot. Dude, it's really funny. It's so.
Yeah,
It's
What's it
Alex,
called?
you'd like it.
I would let it. Sounds great.
the Boogie Nights.
That you can watch the Wings of
Redemption.
Redemption one as well.
Boogie 928.
That one, there are a lot of Wings of Redemptions ones. His are bleak and
Dark,
depressing. Yeah,
very
his are
dark. But yeah, to get a prostitute and then force her to do stand-up comedy is kind of funny. Because there was that girl I've talked about this on the podcast before, but remember that girl who was an escort? She was like an escort, probably in her mid to early 30s, and she got on stage one time dressed in all leather. She had, all latex. Like
You're describing so many open mic experiences.
she got on stage at the gay bar that used to do that show. What was that show? The Junction. Junction used to have the open mic, and she got on stage at the Junction, and she was wearing an all latex onesie with like the ponytail sticking out and everything like that.
Sick.
And she poured lube on top of herself, like a huge thing of lube.
Oh, that's gross.
She tried doing some weird bit. It bombed. It went horribly. I remember walking in at the end of it, and it was just her slimy on stage. But just covered herself in lube, bombed, got off stage. It was the Junction, so it's this weird gay bar, and everyone was like, yeah, that's fine. We're cool with that. And then every comedian after was getting on stage and just being like, what the fuck, and just like almost slipping. Because it's just KY jelly all on the floor.
It
And people
was
would be
such
like,
a
oh, that
tall
was kind of
stage.
fucking weird.
Is she still doing it? Because I actually need somebody for Saturday 7:30.
Well, you know what? The funny thing about her is if you pay her, she will definitely actually show up. You know what's actually funny about her is if she makes a commitment, she'll probably follow through.
No, cheeky.
We just have to put her last because, otherwise the stage,
Yeah.
that aspect of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't have Ryan flying off that stage in the front row. Just me getting too physical in an act out, and then just, whoa, shit, and then he
Ryan grabbing the microphone and going, well, there's some sort of sauce on this, licking his fingers.
You can't bring small town drinking to the big whoa, 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 whoa.
him ending up in the front row, and the guy's like, I thought you were going to do something about it. He went, I can't.
I'm too slippery. I can't fight you. I'm way too slippery
Also,
right now.
if there was going to be a guy who just slipped and fell down all of the stairs at Susie's from the green room down to the bottom, it would be Ryan. And then the whole room would turn around and look at him, and then he would scream.
So have you guys had him on the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Have you ever looked at the analytics of like how much people watch any YouTube video? It's not just like yours.
Oh, yeah.
So by this point of your podcast, you could say anything. There's no.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody
everyone's-
falls off. I listen
Yeah.
to the end because I love it.
But that's
Yeah.
also, like any video where you put it out and it's just like the first 2 minutes. If you put out an hour video, if you make it like 10 minutes in, they're like, that's a win.
Yeah.
That's a great win right now.
It's the attention span of those kids today.
Freaking
tell
attention
ya.
Kids,
span, dude.
kids, hey, can't live with them.
I know.
Not allowed to be around them.
I keep threatening.
Kids,
I keep
right?
threatening my sister that I'm gonna screen max her baby. I keep being like, I'm gonna screen max his baby. I keep threatening my sister I'm gonna do things to her kid. I'm like, I'm gonna fart on him. I'm gonna
Kids
screen
today,
max
hey?
him.
Kids today.
I'm gonna get them all.
I'm
gonna get you, Peter Pan.
Kids today, they all live on an island
Kids
together.
They all live on an island and they never get old.
It's Captain Hook pitching it to the other boys. There's a place where we can freely get these kids. It's called Epstein's Island.
Epstein's Island.
Come on, let's set sail for Epstein's Island.
There's a bunch of kids and there's not any of that Peter Pan. There's all the kids you can murder. And there's not that big old crocodile. Tick, tick, tick. That's the sound. That's the sound of his jail sentence slowly getting closer.
We need to hurry or else all the kids will be of age by the time we get there.
They do age there. It is an unfortunate part of it.
I'm sorry. We didn't need Ummer to bring it there. I'm sorry, guys. I did.
Yeah,
it.
you
I
got-
apologize.
No, we're not done yet.
Take a shit on my chest.
Pete, I want to find Peter Pan.
I find-
What for? Nothing. It's just him with two hooks that he's clinking together like this. No reason.
I gotta find Peter Pan.
To murder him, right? For all the times he's usurped your plans?
He didn't break my heart.
What about,
That much.
what about Rufio? Roofies, huh? Sounds like I'd like him.
Rufio is just like a weird, like,
Just a Chad.
he's
dude.
like an OC character, though.
I
Like,
know.
you know when, like, a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog makes, like, a version of Sonic the Hedgehog? It's like, this is X the Hedgehog, and his
It's a
powers
hedgehog that's based
are
off that.
shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, the screenwriter of Hook was just like, and then there's this guy, his name's Rufio, and he's the coolest, most badass guy around, and then you look at the screenwriter, it's like Rufio S. Ramirez. What the hell
Yeah.
are you doing? What are you
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
this in here?
Mhm.
He's
Do you
actually
know,
better than
Do you know
Peter.
Rufio?
Better than
The
Peter.
guy who played Rufio voiced Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Did you know that I don't care?
Well, did you know that that's gonna be the only thing that gets clipped out of this? I want you to know that. Sorry, guys. You gave me control over this.
No,
It's
come
gonna be
on,
just
man.
that.
That was a classic Darcy slam.
No, come on, guys. We're only gonna. This is an Avatar: Last Airbender podcast now.
That was a classic DBC slammer. If you were going to get something pierced, what would it be?
I
Dude,
mean,
left ear.
yeah, I would get. Yeah,
You
just-
had it. It looks
I
like
had
you
it when
had
I
it
was in
done.
grade 3. I had a little gold earring.
A little gold
Stud.
earring.
Yeah.
Would you ever
Surprised
get
it's
a,
on that ear.
Would you ever get
No.
a dangly?
No. I wouldn't
Oh,
do
dude.
earrings in general.
We had a great moment where me, Chris Robinson, Ryan, and Ummer went to Duffin's.
Hmm.
And as we're there, there's just this hammered drunk man, this mentally ill 50-year-old man.
The way
who's
you said that made it sound like a first name, last name. Hammer
hammered
Drunkman.
drunk. Hammered drunk.
Hammered drunk.
Have I introduced you to my friend Hammered Drunk?
He sounds like he would be great.
Yeah, he sounds like he comes from money.
Who's all coming? Get
Oh,
hammered
Hammered
drunk
Drunk
man.
Hammered Drunkman.
Hammered Drunkman's gonna be there. Oh, what? Yeah. Cracked out guy. Oh,
Yeah.
cracked out guy.
He was on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest race car drivers of all time. Hammered Drunkman. Nobody ever went as fast, but nobody died that quickly. Hammered Drunkman.
But this guy's there, and we're just getting a donut, and there's this group of like just queer people behind us,
Nice.
and yeah, it was fucking sick.
Thank
And he walks up to them and he goes, "So what? You're all dating one another?" And
Hammered
immediately-
Drunkman strikes again.
Keep in mind, it's me and Ryan and Chris Robinson. We're not exactly the most allied-looking people.
True.
Thank God. This is what made me think of the earring, is because I was like, thank God Ummer was there with his dangly fucking earring,
To let
or else
everyone
they would have
know.
been like, oh, these guys are making fun of us.
Yeah.
Because Ryan is just like. And laughing at it, and then he goes, "Yeah, I'm the most liberal guy around. My old tenants that lived in my basement. Well, I don't even think they fucking had a gender." And then immediately, all of them went dead quiet and didn't say anything. All you can hear is Ryan laughing. Ryan is dying at it. Chris Robinson's just sitting there like, "What the fuck is happening?" And he goes, "Hammered Drunkman had this this odd moment where he became sentient, and he was like, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. That was a little much. My bad. I'm the most liberal guy around. I shouldn't have said that.
Just
All right.
letting
You guys have a
people-
good night," and walked out.
Letting people know that he has a basement suite for rent.
Letting people know he has a basement suite holding a bunch of non-gendered people.
I got a bunch of they-thems down there, and they're trying to break that there lock. And I'm not going to let that happen.
Just really like patting it on to seem liberal, where he's like, "Look, I'm hammered drunkman. The things I've done, the things. Look, trust me. I don't. Hey, you think I can judge?
No, Hammered Drunkman.
I'm hammered drunk, but I've sucked things you guys wouldn't even go near.
I have
Alright.
drunk drove to go fuck a trans person. Trust
Any one
me.
of you, come to my van."
Get inside. I need someone to drive it home.
What did he order at Duffin's?
He was sitting there. My introduction to him was him talking at a Filipino family, and he went, "Have you seen it? It's two pyramids. One's flipped upside down. The tips are touching." And I just went, "I don't want to engage in this." And
Was
I
he trying?
walked
He
off.
was just describing the number 8.
No, he just tried getting in every single person's business. Like, he went up to a guy who had a Rolex on and was just like, "That's a beautiful watch. And that's a great deal." And he pointed at the day olds the guy was buying.
Classic Hammer Drunkman.
Classic Hammer Drunkman. You got to give him credit. He is a man of the town.
Yeah, he's a busy boy.
He's a busy boy.
It sounds like he turned Duffins up a little bit.
It
and
does.
I like that. I don't like that that table had to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But other than that, Hammer Drunkman seems like a good time.
If that's the worst experience that they had that night, it ain't so bad.
Yep.
That's a story to tell later.
Yeah,
where you go,
man.
we went to Duffins, and then a drunk guy came up and
No.
told us that he has a
That's-
bunch of
that's
people in
a-
the basement. with
That'll
no
be
gender.
that'll be a good bio for a GoFundMe.
They described what happened to him.
Why are you mad at them now? I thought you were on their side.
Come on, is that not funny? You have to admit that is a funny bio for a
Yeah.
GoFundMe. Hammer Drunkman came up to me and made me feel very uncomfortable. I need support to take the next 3 weeks off work and recover.
Yeah, and then Hammer Drunkman left and stopped the robbery, but then also accidentally robbed another person.
Hammer Drunkman made his own GoFundMe to get a budget to go to Duffins and keep doing it to people. Actually blows up.
I would love to go there and continue to make Filipino family and queer people uncomfortable.
Hammer Drunkman made his own GoFundMe for a 48-pack of Bud.
I'd donate.
It's the king of beers. It's the king of beers. Hammer Drunkman sounds like a character from Death Stranding.
True.
Where you show up, Sam Porter Bridges shows up to make a delivery, and then a guy's you just hear beer cans rumbling, and then a guy in the intercom's like, "Go away! I don't want it. Go away!"
I brought your parcel. What is it?
Oh,
I don't know. Open it. Open it now.
Doors open.
All right. Well, that's an hour and 3. You guys want to call
Yeah,
a break
you
and
can
then
call
come
it.
back for another?
Yeah.
Another,
Sure.
another.
Thanks for listening.